I've never done anything awful. I've only done productive things. So I think we just have a deranged, there's some kind of mental illness thing going on here, because this doesn't make any sense.
We're out here because we're defending democracy.
And let me tell you, you do it to Tesla and you do it to any company, we're going to catch you and you're going to go through hell.
Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same.
New developments today in the vandalism incidents at multiple Tesla properties across the country. 3 people, including one from Oregon, now face severe charges in what Attorney General Pam Bondi calls, quote, a wave of domestic terrorism against Tesla. Today's announcement did not specify what federal charges were added. It does state each defendant could spend between 5 and 20 years in prison if found guilty.
5 and 20 years in prison if found guilty.
Think about that.
We do know 41-year-old Adam Lansky here in Oregon is charged with illegally possessing an unregistered destructive device after he allegedly threw a Molotov cocktail, or more than one of those actually, at the Salem Tesla dealership.
See, as you can see, the more you surround, the more you're going to find out.
Tesla Takedown. Yeah, there's a website called TeslaTakedown.com, which is a website you can go to, get some background on the campaign. And it essentially is a map where anybody in the world can put an action up for targeting Tesla. And so I've been involved in that campaign, and in particular, planning actions in the Seattle area targeting Tesla.
Seattle.
What I've noticed being involved in organizing in the Seattle area for some time, especially after the election and the inauguration, people were like, what do we do? We don't want to just waste our energy protesting for the sake of protesting. And especially in Seattle, and I would say on the West Coast, I'm sure it's true of many places, we're really far from the center of power in government. And I think as it became clear that Elon Musk was taking on this outsized role at the federal level, totally, I would say, criminal role nationally, we're like, oh, we can target Elon here. TeslaTakedown.com.
Valerie Costa, the far-left activist behind the so-called Tesla Takedown, fueling a spree of vandalism nationwide, proudly admits her campaign draws inspiration from the psycho who assassinated a guy from, I believe, a healthcare provider.
You get paid to be out here?
Yeah.
Amazing. Just some pack.
Yeah, you really are getting paid for this?
Yeah.
My name's Frankie, and I'm getting arrested today protesting Elon Musk. He bought his way into office. He bought his way into heading a government agency. He bought his power at the expense of the American people, at the expense of our environment, at the expense of our world and all of the people in it.
Not one father to be seen.
Don't buy Tesla! Don't buy Tesla! Don't buy Tesla! Don't buy Tesla! Don't buy Tesla!
Rise and Resist is a small, entirely volunteer group of activists dedicated to nonviolent, creative protest. We are committed to fighting back against Donald Trump's corrupt agenda. The Trump administration is now threatening us with a federal investigation because of peaceful protests we have organized against Tesla. We are not scared of this threat, and we will not back down. On March 8th, Elon Musk sent out a hostile tweet that blamed Rise and Resist and 4 other groups for the ongoing Tesla protests. On March 10th, after weeks of national protests against the CEO and Doge chief Elon Musk, Tesla's share prices crashed.
On March 11th, Trump said violence against Tesla dealerships will be labeled domestic terrorism. Rise and Resist has never engaged in violence against Tesla dealerships or property. On March 12th, as if on cue, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene sent an official notice to Pam Bondi, Trump's Attorney General, and to Kash Patel, Trump's FBI Director, falsely accusing Rise and Resist of acts of vandalism.
And the donor class can't just sit back on the sidelines and say, oh, well, don't worry, this will all work itself out. They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump. And that's a fact.
On est dernière génération au Canada, un collectif de gens ordinaires qui demande à ce que le gouvernement...
A new opinion piece also calling out the liberal media on this. Why doesn't legacy media refer to Tesla terrorists as the far left? Quote, if the roles were reversed and the agitators were right-wing, these very same people would be up in arms in protest and outrage. Yet, when the left engages in such activities, the hysterics and performative politics seem to disappear. Congressman...
There's also, on the subject of Elon Musk, there's been all kinds of vandalism against Teslas and Tesla dealerships all over the country. You know, Las Vegas, Kansas City, Encinitas, Buffalo Grove, Littleton, Mass. I grew up right next to Littleton, Mass. Loveland, Colorado, Tigard, Oregon, all over the place.
The other night, Donald Trump said these are domestic terrorists. Everybody laughed about it and scoffed at it. That video looks like terrorism to me. I mean, it's obviously an organized, coordinated effort, however people are communicating with each other, to do this to people around the country who chose to buy a Tesla at some point in the past, many of whom I'm sure are Democrats who bought them in the first place, all because their entire political worldview is ruled by their emotions. And that's the American left right now. It is one angry mob after another willing to take things into their own hands, up to and including keying, firebombing, and otherwise vandalizing cars and car dealerships and charging stations. It's outrageous. It is terrorism. People ought to be put in jail and left there for a very long time and be taught a lesson. So this right here, what's going on with a guy who helps our country, who runs successful companies, who doesn't have to be doing this, and now one of his companies is under systematic terroristic threat and violence all over the country, and people seem to be laughing about it or fine with it. It's outrageous. I've sat at this table and had people say, we should cut Elon Musk from the government totally. He rescued our astronauts today. Is that what we want? The treatment of this guy is outrageous. These people who are doing this need to be found, put in jail, and made an example of. That's my point.
Did you just key a Tesla the other day?
What?
You're on video. Yeah. This is the guy. You just keyed a Tesla. You got a video online. I just saw it. It's all over the fucking face. The media. Yes, you did. You keyed a Tesla in a parking lot somewhere around here. What do you got to say about that?
I didn't do that.
Well, you're on video. I said, I plainly saw you doing it. You pulled up right next to it and then you keyed it.
Oh, shit.
You want to bet?
Whatever.
Okay. Well, I mean, they got your license plate. I'm surprised you haven't been contacted by the police yet.
I'm doing
I mean, what do you have to say? I mean, I saw you do it. I'm just curious. I mean, just because of Elon, you're wearing a USA t-shirt, driving a Korean car. Why would you key an American car? The guy's probably a Democrat that owns it. I think it's a woman. I mean, I'm just curious why you do that. You just don't have anything to say about that? Neither one of you guys do?
Nope.
Okay. You're handicapped too. I mean, this is just kind of ridiculous. Well, good luck to you, sir. Hope you learned a lesson. Chase Bank.
And if we don't have Elon, they could be up there a long time. Who else is going to get him? And I just want to thank him. He's going through a lot, what they're doing to him. And these people are going to be caught, and they're going to be caught, and they're going to be prosecuted. And from what they tell me, I see this just by watching your programs and reading the news, but from what they tell me, they could get 20 years in jail, and they'll get it. I'll tell you, there's going to be no leniency, and there'll be no pardons. I can tell you that right now.
And you said this morning 20 years in jail, and then maybe they get, you said this morning 20 years in jail, and then maybe they'll go to one of these prisons in El Salvador. Do you think with the way that the judges have been issuing injunctions, it would be easier or harder to send these Tesla domestic terrorists to a jail in El Salvador than these MS-13 or Tren de Arrival guys?
Well, I view these people as terrorists just like others. These are, when I looked at those showrooms burning and those cars, not one or two, like 7, 8, 10 burning, exploding all over the place. These are terrorists. You didn't have that on January 6th, I can tell you. You didn't have anything like that on January 6th, which is sort of amazing because on January 6th, the Democrats were talking. Nobody was killed other than a very beautiful young woman, Ashley Babbitt. Nobody was killed. And you look at what's going on now with these terrorists. These are terrorists, and that's an organized event. You know, take a look at their signs. Take a look. They're all made by the same sign company. A nice, expensive job. Now, these are the people that finance it are, in my opinion, in just as big a trouble as the people that are setting the match and setting the fires. So we'll see. It's under very serious investigation by the FBI and by the Justice Department. These people are terrorists.
Look at this. Look at this. How you defend this? This dude's walking up to wipe his own butthole on a Tesla. He got his hand in his ass to get his own doo-doo so he could wipe it on somebody else's car. Now tell me they're not mentally deranged and lost their dadgum mind. These people have lost the script. This dude, look at, he got both hands up his ass. He is double fisting his own ass so he can get some doo-doo out of his own butt. I mean, this guy's muling around doo-doo just so he can be a domestic terrorist and 2 years ago, these were the same damn fools that were telling you not only you better get an electric car, the world's going to come to an end, but they were also telling you put on a mask and socially distance so you wouldn't share each other's germs. And this guy's literally putting his shit on somebody else's car. These folks have lost the script. If you identify with this level of insanity, stay away from me. Don't you get anywhere near me. I don't want to share the planet with you. Don't you dare come anywhere near my stuff. Don't you dare. And can nobody justify this? This dude got both hands up his ass. Like that's some kind of normal behavior. Like he gonna show a dude like Elon Musk, who's worth $500 billion, what it's like in the real world when you walk up and wipe doo-doo, your doo-doo. Stay away from me.
There were 3 people right there.
If there's someone in one of these cars, they blow up. That can happen. That becomes murder, or worse, terrorism plus. And I know that on January 20th, the president signed into law, through an executive order, restoring the death penalty. Do you think this sort of thing, and I hate to think it, people leave their children and pets in cars. I mean, you don't know. This is deadly, dangerous stuff these liberal protesters are playing with.
Yes, it is, Harris. And what I can tell you is that President Trump condemns this violence, and he is determined to restore law and order in our country, and he will ensure that the harshest penalties are pursued for those who are engaging in this vicious violence that we have seen targeted at this American company, Tesla dealerships.
Oh my gosh, look, someone did this to my car, fam. Oh my gosh. Who vandalized my car? On both of them. Big man, someone put a penis on my car. Someone put a penis.
We are coming after you. We believe these are organized. These are not individuals out there throughout the country doing this on their own. They're targeting Tesla owners. They're targeting Tesla dealerships. They're targeting Elon Musk, who is out there trying to save our country, and it will not be tolerated. We are coming after you. We will find you. And if you are an organized group who is funding this, we're going to find you too. You better look out and you better stop it.